Hey guys, how you doing? This is AJ. Welcome to the School of Real Estate Investing. Guys, we cover three things in this podcast. Number one, if you're a beginner wanting to get into real estate and don't know where to start, this is a place for you. Number two, if you're wanting to know about the Texas market, what's hot, you want to come here. And number three, if you want a very practical real estate framework where you can really get into real estate investing and not get lost, this is a place for you. All right, guys. So our topic for today on episode 3 is, AJ, do I really need to leave my full-time job if I want to get into real estate investing? And I am here to tell you, you do not need to leave your full-time job if you're wanting to get into real estate investing. When I made the decision to get into real estate investing, I ended up leaving my full-time job. If I could go back, I would have not left my full-time job. Guys, there are so many perks that you have when you're earning a W-2 income. One of the worst mistakes that I ever did, and I'm telling y'all right now, if you have a job and you've been working there for 2 years and your credit is a 580 or higher, stop what you're doing right now. Call your nearest real estate agent and tell them, I want to apply for a house. One of the worst things that I ever did was I didn't apply for a mortgage when I was working as a teacher. So when I left my job as an educator, I couldn't apply to get approved for a house. Nowhere in this place, guys, can you go and get a house with only putting $5,000 down. I'll tell you where you can get it. It's right here in this country. Now, I know a lot of you are probably thinking like, AJ, but what if I can't afford it? AJ, guys, I'm here to tell you that you are more powerful than you think. We're not here to get into the details about that. But if you're on the fence, especially if you have the income to spend on a house and you're renting and you're spending $1,800 a month, guys, I'm here to tell you, go apply for a mortgage. One of the biggest fears that people have is, oh, AJ, what if I don't get approved? Well, if you don't get approved, guess what? The lender's going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get approved. That's like one of the things that a lot of people tell me. They're like, oh, AJ, you know what? I'm afraid, man. I'm afraid I'm not going to get approved. Man, a year later, 2 years later, it's like, dude, what happens if I don't get approved? And I'm thinking like, buddy, like, if you applied 2 years ago, they would have told you exactly what you need to do so that you could get a house and get approved, right? And guess what? After you get approved for your first house, a year later, you can apply to get approved again for another house. Well, AJ, what do I do with my other house? Well, you rent it out. And now you have 2 houses. Wait, AJ, so I can buy a house, live in it for a year or so, rent it out, buy another house, live in it for a year or so, rent it out, buy. Yes, you actually can. And so if you are wanting to get into real estate investing, I'm here to tell you, you can do it with the job that you have. Now, there are 3 things that you need to keep in mind if you're wanting to get into real estate investing, okay? Number 1 is you can be an individual who's wanting to learn about real estate. So that's number 1, because you want to know how to flip houses. You want to be able to build your own house, or you want to do some wholesaling to make that extra income on the side to build the wealth. The other type is you can be a passive investor, right? There's a lot of accredited investors that I work with, and they tell me, AJ, like, I don't have time to invest. Like, I'm busy working as a doctor, or I'm working as someone in my profession that I really enjoy, and I don't want to leave the job that I'm at. And the great thing is, these individuals are still able to invest their money in real estate while still working on their jobs. The third type of individual is someone who decides to partner with someone that's already doing investing in real estate. And so, one of the first things that you want to ask yourself is, am I going to leave my job? No, no, you're not leaving your job. Because if I could go back, I'll tell you what, I would have said working as a teacher. I would have probably said working as a teacher for like 3 more years, right? And I would have got in a house, maybe got in another house, and that would have put me way ahead of the game. And so, my response to that question is, do I need to leave my job? And the straightforward answer is no. The advice that I give you is this. Guys, there are 168 hours a week, okay? And you will be surprised how much time will open up when you make the decision today to want to invest in real estate. Whether it's you're waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. When I first got started in real estate, I was working as a sixth grade reading teacher, right? I was also coaching football, basketball, and track. And if you're familiar with coaches, we were coaching till 7 in the afternoon. By the time we get home, it's 8 o'clock, right? And we're doing that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday, we have football games. Friday, we have football games. Saturday, we got football games. And then all we have is Sunday. While I was doing all that, I was also working on getting my master's degree. I was doing all of these things when I made the decision that I wanted to get into real estate investing. So, by me just telling you what my schedule looked like, right, which was already full, I made the decision that instead of getting up at 6:30, I was going to get up at 5 o'clock. And then after a couple weeks, I made the decision to start getting up at 4 o'clock. But now, because I really wanted to start by 4 o'clock, I started getting up at 3:30. People would always tell me like, man, AJ, how do you do it? And it was tough, right? Like to this day, when I'm up early on the grind, and I don't have to get up now as much as I used to. Don't get me wrong. Like I definitely do have systems in place in order to create the disciplines so that I can get the goals that I want accomplished, so I can attain those goals. But one of the things that I'm trying to get you to realize is I started getting up at 3:30 in the morning. I made a decision. And the reason I made that decision was because of my why. I had a huge why. And my why was I wanted freedom. I wanted control in my life. And I wanted to be more financially stable. Knowing what my why was allowed me to go 4 or 5 days a week with maybe 3 to 4 hours of sleep. Now, I'm not recommending that's a great thing, but if you've ever been in that situation where you really want something, and that's where I want to get to, is if it's how bad you want it, right? If you are working your job and you love your job, you don't have to leave real estate. My advice to you is start making a 2 to 3 year exit plan, right? Start planning, because at the same time too, while you're working, you're also building your retirement, right? One of the advices, and I said it in episode 2, and I cannot emphasize it enough, is work on getting your real estate license. One of the great programs, and there's a lot of great real estate programs out there. I definitely recommend Champion School of Real Estate, right? You can do that in person or virtually. But my advice is the money that you are wanting to invest to get into real estate is the money that I recommend you use to get your real estate license. Because what's going to happen after you get your real estate license? You're not just going to sit. You're going to learn. You're going to be very valuable, right? And like I said in my other episode, you want to get involved in the real estate investing community. So now you're exposed, you're around the individuals in the real estate investing community, right? But what's great is now that you got your real estate license, you're able to make the side income that you've been wanting. People get sold this dream that you're going to make $50,000, $100,000 in real estate. And I'm here to tell you guys, it's not a race, right? It's a journey, and it's who you're becoming in that journey. And so if you are working your full-time job right now, don't leave your job. Make the decision to get involved in the Real Estate Investment Club. Number 2, look up what type of realtor program you want to get into, right? And number 3, you want to make sure you're following Thrive with AJ and everything he's saying regarding the real estate investing world, because you want to get into the real estate investing world. And so what you want to do is you want to create a plan of attack. My biggest advice is to create a 3-year exit in the career that you're in. First year exit, what you're doing is you're truly trying to understand everything that involves being in real estate. The second year, you're getting to know the people that are flipping houses. You're getting to know the people that are wholesaling. You're getting to know the people that are building. And in the third year, by the third year, you already have your real estate license, right? Which you're already going to be making money on the side, right? Don't worry about wholesale deals. If you're right here thinking, AJ, you know what? I can make some wholesale deals and I don't need to get my real estate license. Well, guess what? If you get your real estate license right now in San Antonio, Texas, you can make a $30,000 commission. That's probably like 3 or 4 or 5 times the wholesale deal that you would get. So I'm here to tell you, in the thriving community, don't leave your job, right? Educate yourself first. Get your real estate license. Second thing, get involved in the real estate investing community. And third, get with someone that has the practical tools for you to use. Now, if you're not wanting to get your real estate license, right? But you're like, AJ, I want to know real estate investing. Well, I'm here to tell you, I have created a great framework. It's a 3-tier framework, guys. When I invested 8 years ago, it probably cost me like $25,000. Pretty much, I think the first tier that I have available is like $500. And in the second tier, with the $500 first tier, you're able to make 10, 20 times dollars. You have the potential to make that by practically applying the things I have in that first tier. Now, once you make that capital, then you can invest in your second tier. And so there you have it, guys. Do you leave your career? My answer to you is no, especially if you love your career. There's no need to leave it. All right, guys. Well, like we like to say here, may you go out there and thrive. Have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.